This episode of Film Night is brought to you by Domain.com. Today on Film Night, we stab necks and track stuff. And stuff. Hey there, sellers. Welcome to Riot a Film. Ryan Conley, your host I am. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
No, I got an email. Hey Ryan, you never showed how you did the neck stab thing. Are you going to? Actually, I wasn't, but I've gotten this request so many times that I'm finally going to give in to your demands. Kind of like if you were to kidnap Josh, and then you threaten to kill him if I don't give you 1 million American monies. But I'm all like, nah, go for it, because I don't negotiate with terrorists. But then you call my bluff and you kill him. And then I'm all like, oh, whoa, okay, I'll give you the money.
That makes no sense.
Okay, and yes now, baby boo-hoo. This is actually much easier than you'd think. I mean, we did go a bit overboard with it, but you could take it down to a much more simplistic level and it'll still work very well. So first we have our shot, which if you watch the original, there's pretty much nothing in it. All we did was to have Josh put the broken pool stick against Nick's neck as if he were stabbing through. So now that we have the shot, Stark started by tracking Nick's neck. Then, and here's the overboard part, he actually recreated the end of the pool stick in 3D. Which we really didn't, we'll get to that in a minute. Then we brought that into After Effects, pairing it to a null layer which had our tracking data, and then animated it to show up as Josh puts the stick against the back of Nick's neck. Then we added a mask and animated it to reveal the end of the stick as it moves forward. Then we just added the blood and color corrected it all to match, and huzzah! Now you're thinking, Ryan, you suck. That didn't explain anything. Yes, I know. That was just a quick overview of how we did the thing as a whole, because there are some things in there that I'm not gonna have to go over because we've gone over 1,000 times, but let's break down a few things, shall we? First, the stick. You don't have to recreate this thing in 3D. It would work just as well if you were to just take a picture of the jagged edge of the stick, then cut it out in Photoshop and just use that layer. Or you could use our freebie as another here have it for freezies, which I like to do often. We've actually put up the image that we used for losses down for you to download right here to use however your heart desires. So go here and enjoy these. Next thing I wanted to clarify is the tracking. There are many ways that you can pull this off, but one of the easiest is just by making it happen in After Effects.
Making it happen in After Effects!
So one way to do this is by taking your actor and putting tracking points on the area you need to track. Now, since I not only need to track the position, but also the rotation, I put 2 points of tracking on his neck, which are just 2 blue dots, one on top of the other. Then in After Effects, I will hit track motion, then check track both position and rotation, and select the 2 track points we had created, and now hit track forward. Then once done, create a null layer and add the tracking data to that. So now you have this deliciously solid track just hanging out. But oh man, come on bro, we have those ugly dots. But not to be saddened, my friends. All we have to do is duplicate the Joss layer, still frame it, then create a circle mask around the skin area near the dot, then move that layer over the dot, then parent it to the null, and bazammy jammy. Then just do the same thing for the bottom dot, and there you go. And now you have no mo dots. So now you can create all sorts of things to track to Josh just by bringing in a layer and attaching it to the null layer. Like we could give Josh a sweet tribal tat, or a wicked spider bite of some kind, or lock text to him, like so. Isn't that just so funness? So funness.
Here are some ways to have active fun. Playing basketball, skipping rope, riding bicycles, playing badminton. These are ways to have fun and get good exercise.
So there you go. You should now have all the knowledge to bust out some sweet neck stabbing in your own way. Just track and add, baby dude. Track and add. That should be like our slogan from now on. Track and add.
It sounds like we could call it TNA.
Oh my God.
Shorten it.
Domain.com is owning the competition with cheap domain names and no hassle service. Our Film Riot Army is making Domain.com one of the fastest growing domain registrars in the world. If you're setting up a website to show off your photography, brag about your filmmaking skills, or do something more business related, Domain.com is the best place to buy a domain name for your idea. Domain.com's easy checkout process makes it simple to find your domain name and set up your website without the hassle. And Domain.com's domain discovery system quickly shows you available names, making it easy to select the domain extension that's right for you. You can find find a sweet.com or get the .co you always wanted so you can save on that M. Just drop it off. Already have a domain somewhere else? It's cool. Transfer it to domain.com for only $7.61 and get an extra year free. The guys at domain.com are huge fans of Film Riot and want to hook up other Film Riot peeps. So use the coupon code Film Riot and get 15% off your next domain purchase or transfer. That's only $6.47 for domain transfers. Delicious. Pop it in the oven, pull it out. It's warm and fuzzy. Just take a bite.
Logo.
If you ever find yourself on a professional set, you need to be able to talk the talk. So to help you out a bit with that, let's get into some lingo. First word today is Hollywooded. If you ever hear someone say Hollywood it usually means to do something by hand or the ghetto way. So for instance, just holding a light up or a flag or moving something out of the way mid-shot. I actually did this on Losses. During the hallway gunfight, I had someone Hollywood a light as Josh was moving down the hall, meaning he just held it up on the light stand as we moved down the hall so the light could move with him. Our second word goes along the same lines, and that is fly in. This just means for something to bring something to the set. So if I need a chair, I would say, can we fly in a chair? Which would tell someone to then bring that in. Or if you hear someone talking about the talent and they say we're flying in now, that just means that the talent is on their way to the set. And for our final word, we have cherry picker. This is the same piece of machinery that is used by those dudes that you see fixing street lights. These are used to hang lights or as camera platforms for high angles. But that's it. That's your lingo for today. Put it into your face ear holes and keep it so you know it.
Logo.
That's it, lady babies and dude duders. Until you see my face again, you can follow me on Twitter, here, and our Facebook, here. But that's it. I'll see you next time when I swallow a bunch of goo so I can breathe underwater.